From introducing the latest anti-hero to paving the way for new cosmic teams, here's how Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 could change the MCU. Starting with the character that's too gold to handle. Folks, welcome Adam Warlock to the madness. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2's post-credit was the first to give us an Adam tease. But that was just his iconic gold cocoon. As the threequel's production picked pace, Will Poulter was cast in the role. And let me tell you this, Will really jacked up for his MCU debut. It made the fans all the more excited to meet him. Now, Volume 3's recent trailer finally gave us a closer look at him. And it's everything the fans wanted and more. Adam totally stole the show with his mini fight scenes, even going against Drax the Destroyer. But here's what has me in knots. Will Warlock be a villain or a hero? Cause in the comics, he's been on the good side, even leading Doctor Strange and Iron Man. For now, he'll probably be naive and act as a minor antagonist. Don't forget, he's created by the vengeful Sovereign leader, Aisha. But in the future though, he can be one of the Guardians. Now fans are already getting attached to Poulter's role, and he's an important character in the comics. So we can safely assume that he has much more to do in the MCU. Maybe he can even lead a team on his own. But more on that later. While I'm super stoked at Warlock's arrival, it actually comes at a bad time. We're meeting him, but saying goodbye to someone else. Yep, it's the end of the line for our favorite bunch of a-holes. Ready or not, the time has come. James Gunn and his legendary band of misfits are saying peace out. We probably won't see them in the MCU again. Absolutely gutting, right? Wait, there's more. It's definitely not gonna be a happily ever after. Thought Gunn would leave you that cheerfully? No way, Jose. According to the director's tease, the body count in the upcoming movie will be high. So be ready to see their deaths. Top of that list is probably Rocket Raccoon's demise. Then Nebula can finally get some eternal rest, or even Peter too. Also, this is the last time that you'll see Dave Bautista as Drax. He says he's done. This means Drax can die too. Ugh, I can't handle all these goodbyes.
With Drax, I just got to end the perfect way, and I would never sign up for another, job as Drax just to get a paycheck. It's just
even thinking about the MCU without these iconic characters hurts. But you know what? Their farewell doesn't have to be a bad thing. We may get new cosmic teams that can replace the Guardians. I know. I'm not ready to see our misfits replaced either. But it's the circle of Marvel. Luckily, the last ride may set up new cosmic groups. A newer version of the Guardians, perhaps. We can have new members. Peter may step down as leader, too, if he's alive by then. Then Adam can become the team's new leader. But he can also join another group, the Annihilators. They're basically a more powerful version of the Guardians. And get this, the team was created by none other than Cosmo. Yep, the same space dog we met in the Guardians Holiday Special. Now it'll have a major role in the threequel too. It's only fair Cosmo goes on from here to create the Annihilators. This group even has the potential to create an Annihilator saga next. Marvel does need a new saga idea after the multiverse. Well, here's one for you guys. You're welcome. Apart from them, how about the Infinity Watch? Even though Thanos reduced the stones to atoms, the atoms still exist. Some evil dude can scavenge them out. Ain't no rest for the wicked, right? After the Guardians, the MCU will inevitably need a new cosmic team to guard the galaxy too. The Infinity Watch can do that job. The group can even provide a space for loners like Thor, the past's Gamora, Warlock, and Captain Marvel. But hold up, there's one more group rumor I have for you. A highly anticipated team-up may come from Volume 3 too. I'm talking about an X-Men debut. Now at first, this one confused me a little too. How do the Guardians of the Galaxy relate to the mutants? It's literally the last place you expected them to pop up. Then I discovered the cosmic group Starjammers. This is created by Christopher Summers. Yep, the father of Scott Summers, or as we fondly call him, Cyclops. These galactic pirates love going on bounty missions, not to mention saving the galaxy on the way. Almost exactly like our Guardians. What's more, some folks think Starjammers are up and running already. Don't forget, Star-Lord and co. were dusted in the blip. In those 5 years, maybe Christopher's group took over galactic missions. Okay, yes, it does seem a little far-fetched. But let's be honest, crazier things have happened in Marvel. Also, this way, MCU can easily connect X-Men to the outer galaxies and Earth at the same time. First, introduce them. Then, bringing in their outer world links is too much work, no? And we know in comics, the mutants have literally been everywhere. Also, one other Volume 3 character is connected to the X-Men. Don't forget, we've got a new baddie in our midst, too. The High Evolutionary should not be taken lightly. First things first, this sadistic evil genius has a huge god complex. He wants utter perfection. Add his obsession with genetics and he became the vilest Frankenstein. The High Evolutionary started experimenting on animals. And that's Rocket's origin story, guys. Yep, this threequel will finally take us down that rabbit hole. And trust me, it's gonna be a dark, dark place. So far, the trailer has only given us a quick look at this new villain. But one thing's for sure, Chukwudi Iwuji in the role is bone-chilling. He's that brooding baddie whose single stare is deadly. As intense as it gets. Have you noticed that's a stark contrast to our Galactic Pirates' colorful, chill vibe? Oh, this face-off is gonna need way more than a dance-off. As for the bigger picture, it doesn't make sense to introduce Iwuji's character for just one rodeo, right? Especially with his Fantastic Four, Inhumans, and X-Men connections. Yep, Mr. Sinister inspires this villain, and his co-worker's daughter is Spider-Woman. Not to mention, X-Men famously defeats him in the pages. This mutant connection is much more plausible, right? So now the question is, how will these new groups and storylines fit in the bigger MCU? To answer that, let's look at Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3's impact on upcoming phases. Interestingly, the trilogy's previous two movies have been standalone, as in not much contact with Earth's mightiest heroes. But then the Guardians played a crazy important role in Infinity War. Still haven't forgiven you for your outburst, Peter Quill. Anyway, my point is, Volume 3 can do something similar. It can give a proper final blast-off to the Guardians, like they deserve. Then, they can go on having major implications on the multiverse saga. It can be in the form of a post-credit scene, or the members can appear in another movie. I've got my money on Avengers Secret Wars. The word on the street is that Avengers 6 gathers every superhero, big or small. So why should our space pirates be left behind? What's more, I think the threequel may even be looking at the bigger picture. There have to be new phases after 5 and 6. All new characters' comic plotlines can occur in, say, Phase 7 or 8. Again, time will reveal if Marvel is thinking along my line of thought. For now, we should start gathering as many tissues as we can, because Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 is gonna be one massive tearjerker. That's a wrap on how the threequel can change the MCU as we know it.